Dominus Bobiscum, how are you doing? Today I want to talk about the issue on Bishop Carlos Duarte Costa of Brazil. It was in 1945, July 16, when July 6 rather, not July 16, when Bishop Carlos Duarte Costa founded the Igreja Católica Apostolica Brasileira after he was excommunicated by His Holiness Pope Pius XII. He was suspended before, then later on, he was excommunicated. What was the reason behind the excommunication of Bishop Carlos Duarte Costa? It is general knowledge that he was excommunicated because of his criticism on the policy of His Holiness Pius XII with regards to the German war criminals. It was allegedly told us that the German war criminals were given passport in order to escape prosecution after World War II, and they have to hide in Brazil. Bishop Duarte Costa didn't like the German war criminals to hide in Brazil, and because of that, he continuously criticized this Vatican policy on German war criminals. Now, after Duarte Costa was excommunicated in 1945 and founded the Igreja Católica Apostolica Brasileira or ICAB, he began ordaining bishops and priests throughout the Latin America and other countries as well. Now, what happened to these consecrations of Bishop Carlos Duarte Costa? Number one, it is valid. It is valid because Bishop Carlos Duarte Costa was in fact a Roman Catholic bishop. And if we are going to trace his apostolic succession, it will redound to Scipione Cardinal Reviva, who was consecrated by Pope Paul IV or Cardinal Carapa. Most of the bishops in the world, almost 90% of the bishops of the world, traced back their apostolic succession to this Scipione Reviva, known as the Reviva Apostolic line. Because Reviva was consecrated by Cardinal Carafa or Pope Paul IV. Now, the succession of Carlos Duarte Costa is valid, but since he was suspended and then excommunicated, his status in the Roman Catholic Church is illicit. His episcopal actions was considered illicit. So those whom he ordained in the ICAB and the other countries are actually valid but illicit. Now, Robert Bjarnesen, who consecrated David Bowden and took the name Pope Michael, came from this apostolic lineage. So therefore, the line of David Bowden, Pope Michael, is valid. Now, since he assumed papacy in July 16, 1990, he regularized the status of Robert Bjarnesen. So from being illicit but valid, the status of Robert Bjarnesen becomes now lawful or licit, because the valid Pope, Pope Michael, regularized him. The Pope has the supreme authority over all the Catholic Church, and therefore, once he accepted and reconciled a bishop who is a valid bishop but illicit in his status under the Code of Canon Law 1917, that bishop now becomes valid and at the same time licit. This is what happened to me. I was consecrated along the apostolic line of Carlos Duarte Costa through Archbishop Joel Galang Clemente. I was consecrated bishop in February 6 of 2010 in St. Andrew's Seminary in Quezon City. Now, since Archbishop Clemente consecrated me as a bishop, that succession is valid, but under the Code of Canon Law, it is illicit. Now, when I reconciled myself to His Holiness Pope Michael in 2019, and he appointed me in 2020 February 14 as Archbishop of San Jose del Monte. My status now, from becoming unlawful outside the Code of Canon Law 2017, Code of Canon Law 1917, it becomes now regularized, so it's no longer unlawful but lawful. Till I was elected as a Pope, as a successor to Pope Michael in July 29, 2023. So, the Pope has the power to regularize what was unlawful before, but of course valid. No? It becomes now valid at the same time, licit or lawful. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritui Sancti. Amen.